Hello Millennials, this is Teacher Leonard, and today we are going to discuss about the topic of proper manipulation of T-square. This video tutorial is based from your learning activity sheets in TLE 7, Technical Drafting 7 SPA, Quarter 1, Week 2. So bring out your learning activity sheets and let's get started. Our learning targets for this session is demonstrating the proper manipulation of drawing instrument. Before we start the lesson, let's have some warm-up questions first. I have here two questions for you to answer. Number 1, the first question is, what is the name of this drafting tool? You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct. The answer is T-square. Number 2. What drafting tool is needed to make vertical lines? You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct. The answer is triangles. So let us now proceed to our lesson for this session. Proper manipulation of T-square. Reminder class, you need a T-square and triangles in this session for you to understand and follow the discussion well. In proper manipulation of T-square, our instrument that we need is T-square, equipment, drawing table, either drafting table or drawing board. If you don't have a drawing table or a drawing board yet, an illustration board will do, as long as it is in a flat surface. Our procedure: place the head of the T-square against the edge of the drafting table. Left side of the table if you are right-handed, and left side of the table if you are left-handed. This is how you do it. Here is the example on how will you going to do this one. Alright, left side of the table if you are right-handed, and right side of the table if you are left-handed. Our next procedure: slide the working head of the T-square against the working edge of the drawing table. The two edges should be in constant contact until the desired position. Remember, do not use the T-square or uneven rough surfaces, and never cut paper along its working edge for you to make your desired outcome. This is how will you do it. Again, remember, do not use the T-square on uneven or rough surface, and never cut paper along its working edge. Now, we need to know on how to set up a drawing paper on the drawing table or drawing board. The materials that we need: drawing paper and masking tape, instrument, T-square, and equipment, drawing table. Our procedure: number 1. Press firmly the T-square against the working edge of the drawing table. Number 2. Place the drawing paper close to the working edge of the drawing table and working head of the T-square. And number 3. Fasten the upper left portion of the drawing paper, followed by the lower right portion, and finally the remaining corners. This is the example. As you can see, the paper is already on the drawing board, and it is fastened by our masking tape, and the T-square is on it. But remember, it is depend on if it is you are right-handed or left-handed, while the paper is placed on the top edge of the T-square. So it is different if you are right-handed or left-handed, depending on how comfortable for you. Now, we're going to learn how to draw a horizontal line. Materials: drawing paper, masking tape, instrument, T-square, and equipment, drawing table. Our procedure: press the head of the T-square against the working edge of the drawing table and lean the pencil to the desired direction of the line, inclined at more or less 60 degrees with the drawing table. Remember, the head of the T-square should be at the left side if you are right-handed, and to the right side if you are left-handed. Look at this illustration. The first one, the right-handed, for the right-handed student, and the second one for the left-handed student. Okay, our procedure. Number 2, maintain the position of the pencil while you are glide lightly on the blade of the T-square. And number 3, draw the line from the left to right, rotating occasionally to produce uniform light weights. That's how will you going to make an horizontal line. So horizontal line in using T-square. We learned how to make horizontal line earlier. Now we're going to learn how to make vertical line. Our materials, drawing paper and masking tape, instrument, T-square and triangles, and equipment, drawing table. Our procedure, use 45 degrees triangle or 30 degrees by 60 degrees to make vertical line, but depending on what kind of triangles that you have. Next, procedure number 2, place the triangle on the top of the blade of the T-square with vertical edge on the left. And 3, with the left hand pressing the T-square on the triangle against the drawing board, draw the line upward, rotating the pencil slowly between the thumb and forefinger. By following the instruction earlier, this is the illustration on how will you do it. The first illustration, number 1, is for the right-handed student, and number 2 is for the left-handed student. Look on the illustration carefully for you to understand on how will you going to make a vertical line. And that is how to manipulate a T-square. It's so easy, right? But before we end, let me ask you some questions again. What alternative tool will you use if drawing table and drawing board is not available? The answer is illustration board, as long as it is not in a rough and edgy surface. Where should you place the head of the T-square if you are left-handed? Right side or left side? The answer is right side. At this point, turn your activity sheets to enrichment part. Reminder class, do not write anything on your activity sheet. Write your answer on a separate long bond paper. Enrichment activity 1 and 2. By following the given instruction in our discussion earlier, present 2 sheets of bond paper with sample activities made by using T-square. One bond paper is for making vertical lines and another one for making horizontal line. Copy the given template using your T-square on your bond paper. There is already a given example on your activity sheets. All you have to do is copy the template by using T-square to make vertical and horizontal line. Enrichment activity 3. Complete the given phrases below about the proper way in using T-square. For our generalization, provide a brief explanation for each item. I hope you have learned something today. If you have some questions or clarification regarding to our topic that we discussed, feel free to contact your subject teacher through text, call, or post your questions in our Facebook page or group. Once again, this is Teacher Leonard. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.